Hi guys, Toge here with a new video, and this video will be a Frost DK solo shuffle PvP match video. So we have two solo shuffles that we're going to discuss with Frost DK. I am no expert on it, like I know what I need to do, the win conditions on Frost DK, but I still learn and I still try to make it work in solo shuffle. It's like not a fantastic spec, but it's still a spec I love to play. Like, I don't really care about the meta for whenever I'm playing Frost DK. And here I decided to say, look, let's wait for the CC immunity on the evoker, because I cannot do my damage as long as it's like still there. So I decided to go for the priest and for druid, because the affliction warlock didn't want to wait. It is what it is, but I decided to do a lot of damage on the priest and the feral druid, and decided to do the CC rotation on the priest. At the end, you have to work with the cards that you're dealt with. I see that everyone is still low HP, so there is a lot of potential here. Decided to go for like the healer. I think it was like the easiest way to win the game, and decided to do the damage whenever I can. The most important thing that you need to know in solo shuffle is that damage is most likely the most important thing. Here I did a good CC on the priest, and I think I do miss like a interrupt, or I try to wait for the ultimate penitence, so I know it's still going to come up. So I have maybe the time to get a kick whenever it's going to be there, and I did kick it, and then I'm going to silence the priest into a kill. So as a Frost DK, you have an objective. First and foremost, in my IMO, in my opinion, I think it's easier to train the priest. I think it's the easiest target in general. I would say healers in general are the easiest target. I think some matchups are really terrible though to go for the healer. For example, I think Holy Paladin is kind of hard to kill. Whenever he gets like a freedom, he can just get away pretty easily, and you have to have like perfect CC rotation to be able to stop it. And if he doesn't panic, he can actually survive the damage. So that kind of sucks. But your damage kind of go through the buffs. A disc priest or a holy priest are kind of easy targets for me, because obviously a lot of their cost abilities are easier to interrupt. Here we did like a perfect triple blind into a triple stun. Literally, like they're going to be all stunned, and then the devastation evoker did his damage, and I did my silence and my CC on the priest. So that game was kind of what the most perfect way to set it up. And we had also one of the best comps for a Frost DK, which is a devastation evoker with a priest, for example, or you could also play double Drake in trees. But in social, we did pretty well here. I still think like most of the games as a Frost DK, you kind of rely on the healer being disrespectful. I think he didn't just like trinket once, and also didn't use the CD. So I was thinking like, is it a healer diff, or am I going to have the diff at the end of the day? So now I have the disc priest with me. Ask him, look, let's hide, because I know there is like the CC immunity for the like evoker, so there is no need to go in. And so I ping him. I try to say, look, you have to stay where I am, because again, there's no need for me to go in. I'm not busy. It doesn't matter. Dampening can happen. It doesn't matter. We don't need to go in. It's 5 seconds now. And then I decided to go in once I saw that the priest is like, we don't care. So I went in. I think this round was pretty terrible though. I played it very bad. Could have been better. I get slowed here. I do a triple stun, or like try to do a triple stun, because like you have the priest, the warlock that actually TP'd, so it was not a perfect stop in general. Here I try to go for the healer. I try to actually deal damage as much as I can, because it is already not a great lobby for me. But the priest got like interrupted. I thought like, okay, this is heal diff. It's going to be quite tough, because the healer didn't spend any CD, but also got interrupted super easily by the warlock, because he was too close of the warlock. There is no reason for him to stay there. So I thought like, okay, so I have to make a difference and try to win the game with a disc priest at least once, because I want to have 4 points. I am low MMR, so the rule of thumb in Soul Shuffle is if you're low MMR, if you want to get out of that low MMR, you need to do a 5-1 or a 6-0 or a 4-2 to win the games. Like there is no options. So here I say again, stay behind the pillar. There's no reason for me to go in open versus a evoker that has CC immunity, because my spec doesn't work on CC immunity. Here he goes in. I don't even know why. The warlock is like not really. He's a smooth-brained caster. It is what it is. Like he's the new generation of warlocks that are like now new. The people that do play warlock that now don't really play warlock since I would say what the war within when it become a bit more popular. Here I go for the holy priest. I stun them, and we have a perfect coil here, and like very close of killing. And we have luckily also the feral druid being very low. So the warlock did his job. He did a lot of damage. I was there for the CC. You literally see on my damage done that I was like only 5 million. Dare I say I got carried there, but I would say that my CC was paramount to actually have the feral druid being low. Now, again, the two healers are like not very experienced. They don't know what's up with a frost decay, and they eat all the CC and they never trinket the right stuff, or they actually never really trinket at all. So now we play with the Holy Priest. I have more faith because we have a Feral Druid and a Priest, so normally it should be okay. I tried to bait out the Nullifying Shroud. It is baited out, so now I said, look, you need to stay with me. Now he goes there. I don't know why, but there is no reason to go open. Like I said, every single time, there is no reason to go fight a Nullifying Shroud if he's not rushing, right? And he's also backpedaler, like he's a backpedal evoker, so there is no reason to go in, at least for now, until like if the CC unity is gone, then we start to go in. So now I go in. I try to do the CC however I can, to the best of my abilities. Obviously, it's two casters with a priest, which is not that easy to like group up. I'm also not that experienced as well. Like I sometimes mess up with my CC rotation. Here I decide to go for the disc priest and try to down him. Like that is like my objective. Again, we're very close of killing him. We actually kill him. Oh, I forgot about that sequence. So we got 4 wins. Yeah, we won every single game for the disc priest. I remember. So we got 4 wins. And now we're playing like a last one with the disc priest. We have an evoker. We are like literally one of the best comps for that. So we will try to win. Again, spoiler alert, we're not doing that well because the disc priest is just not that good. But also the evoker is, yeah, it's also quite questionable on how he deals the damage. At least like it doesn't seem like he's doing the right stuff. But like I try to push the evoker, like no reason to stay there. You have this immunity, use it. He doesn't mount up, he just walks up, so it is what it is. I grouped him up and then I tried to do my CC rotation here. I tried to grab the feral into a blind and I try to deal the damage however I can. I do the silence after the stun, and again I saw the defensives from the Holy Priest, so there is no real reason to go for the Priest. Now we have grouped him up like the three were together. Unfortunately, we didn't really get like the right stuff going to win the game. I think we do lose here. Like he got interrupted. That's terrible. Like he got interrupted, it's gone. It is what it is. So we are going to jump on the second game. So this is the second game. We have Unholy Decay, Frost Decay, a Frost Mage, and a Feral Druid with Resto Druid and a Disc Priest. So that game, it was pretty much a DPS diff. It's quite tough though. This was not really a fun game. It was very risky. Here I decided to go for the healer because he was literally there, right? Unfortunately, the Unholy Decay he didn't see the potential, but I saw it, so I went for it. And the Frost Mage kind of decided to not ice block nor come back to his altar time. well, which is quite good. We got like literally we got like double their damage, so it's obviously going to be a good game for us. But the frost mage is, dare I say, not really playing the right stuff. He's playing like the frostbolt build, which requires a lot of casting, and he's playing ice armor, which is good for CC like stuns, but we are not stunning that much except me. And even if I do, unfortunately, if mages are not really the best targets for that, because he can always blink stun, right? If he plays blink stun, then I don't have a setup to stand on. So the mage wasn't really good. So obviously that kind of gives the tone on the soul shuffle. But I don't know at that point. I thought like he was like misplaying by not like using ice block. Here he plays with Ray of Frost literally in melee form versus a Feral Druid, so he got kicked on that. He places Alter Time again. I interrupted on Ice Wall, and he has no HP again, so he didn't Ice Block. He swapped HP and also got PS, and now he Ice Blocks at literally 70% HP. I wanted to stop Ultimate Penitence, but I didn't have anything to stop with. I didn't have a blind, nor stun, nor strangulate, nor interrupt. But I thought like, look, we are now really well ahead. Like there is no PS, there is no ice block right now, there is no alter time for as far as I know, and he has popped every single CD. So now it's go time. Like my damage is very high. I'm doing my best. I have my death and decay, so he is very much slowed, and he has alter time up, but it's too late. I silenced the disc priest, and it is gone. So here I did use a focus macro strangulate to get the CC going on the healer, and that just gave us a win. Now we're playing with the frost mage, and I thought like, look, I'm asking him. Mage is immune to ice block. I see. That's kind of passive aggressive, unfortunately. It is what it is. But he seems like he's not experienced as a mage. It is what it is. But also, he's playing the wrong build. He's playing the Frostbolt build. But I didn't notice it except whenever it's too late. Right now, I didn't say to him like, look, go play Icelands, because this is doing too little damage for too much of a risk. So I tried to peel for him. I missed my interrupt. No big deal. I tried to grab the resto druid, and I think that I go for the resto druid because I think that's a good target. So I stunned him. I still have my interrupt and my strangulate. At that point, I tried to strangulate the resto druid. My go is kind of gone now. My damage is still not okay. Yeah, so obviously we're trying to peel. And we're trying to stop any CC going on our healer, because I do not trust on the mage. He ice blocked something, I don't even know what, but he ice blocked. I now do see that. But I didn't think he was like in problems, but he was at the end of the day. I CC the rest of the druid because I think like, look, if the healer is CC'd, for sure the mage will do enough damage to be meaningful. Unfortunately, that is not the case. And the more I play the game, I see I'm top damage. My frost mage has less damage than disc priest. I say like, look, this is going to be either a very long soul shuffle round, or it's going to be a very short one, because it's going to die very soon. Luckily, I think we have a few like good things going on. I tried to go for the rest of the druid because I thought like, look, the rest of the druid, he's going to disrespect me at one point. That will be enough. Unfortunately, that is not the case, and it will be again a go that it went to nowhere. So we have our Pillar of Frost very much soon, so that will help with how we are going to deal damage very soon. I tried to peel for the frost mage, so I tried to go for a stun on the feral druid and the unholy decay. Life stop is gone from our disc priest, and now I go for the feral druid because I think, look, now the rest of the druid is on like having hots on himself, so I have to swap targets. At one point, I'm going to then swap back to rest of the druid if I'm not mistaken. Right now, I try to peel as much as I can from the unholy decay, and we have now a strangulate on the rest of the druid. We have a lot of pressure actually, like ice wall. We have then a grab into maybe a go on the rest of the druid right now. So he has no hots, so I decided to stun him. I then have also blind. I think I go blind him, if I'm not mistaken, very soon. I see I have blind, boom, blind on the healer. And now we have a go with a Pillar of Frost with Death and Decay. And we're trying to do a lot of damage on the Unholy Decay. I think we do kill him, no? It's either we do kill him or we go for the Resto Druid very soon. But I see I'm top damage. I try to maximize my damage as well. Unfortunately, his Cyclone will also Tranquility, so it's not great healing. That's a good thing. So I thought like, okay, I'll have my Strangulate. I have soon my Stun Up. I soon have my Pillar of Frost. This is going to be the goal needed to win the game. Now, his death is very, very close. I thought like, okay, this is going to be a loss, man. And it was very, very close. So he got like knocked. That's a good knock, by the way. And the Resto Druid has no mana. And then I thought like, okay, this is going to be a kill. This is going to be ultimately a kill. And we get a kill on the Frost, on the Feral Druid, if I'm not mistaken. So we did get a Feral Druid kill. I thought it was the Resto Druid, but it was a Feral Druid. We got like literally best damage of the lobby, but also the mage did less damage than the disc priest. I didn't know if it was possible, but it is actually possible to have the disc priest do more damage than the frost mage on a lobby that actually like was 3 minutes long, like around 3 minutes long, or even like 4 minutes. So it was very, very long. Like I did multiple goes and it didn't match out. But I think if he played Iceland's build, he would have a better chance to win other rounds. Spoiler alert, we do well versus the Frost Mage. So obviously, I know that he's not playing well, so I try to hammer it down on him. So now I double grab into a blind, into a stun on both targets. So I decided to do for Frostwyrm Fury to get like a stun anyways. He got DR'd anyways by the Feral Druid, but now he has Ice Armor, so there's no chance for us to use a stun on him. And then again, I think the thing I like about Frost Decay is that it is hard to play, kinda, because you have to play around your setups, and there is no way you're actually winning games without a setup. If you're not using your CC, you're not going to win a game. And other specs have like an easier time. If you're playing like, let's say, a warrior, Stormbolt is always going to be on the kill target no matter what. And you could maybe Stormbolt the healer because like the target is very low, so why not? But generally speaking, you're going to try to pin down the target with a Stormbolt, or your ally is going to stun your kill target. So for example, if you're playing with a rogue, he's going to kidney shot. But like DK, you have to decide whenever you're going to do Strangulate, you're going to use your blind, whenever you're going to use your stun, and you have to be very, very precise on that because it's very important. If you don't have like the mindset of I want to CC as many targets as possible to have a better target, a better opportunity, you're not going to win games. At the start, I think Frost Decay, I had like a rocky start with Soul Shuffle, and then it went very well because I decided like, look, I'm going to play more about CC, not really about the damage. Damage can come, but the CC is more important. So here we do manage. I wanted to kick the Glacial Spike, it didn't happen, but we did stun the Ray of Frost. So again, that's his only go. He's playing Ray of Frost with Glacial Spike. So again, AMS very big, very cool. He has also AMS, so most likely you're going to be quite safe as a double DK versus a Frost Mage. It's not a good lobby for Frost Mage, obviously, but it's also not a bad one. I think there are more lobbies that are a bit more harder to play. Here, I managed to go for like a double stun on the Disc Priest and the Feral Druid, although the Feral Druid, he jumped, but now like you see, it's quite easy to down the Frost Mage whenever he's not going to go back on the altar time. It felt like his altar time has like low effect because he's like always waiting out on going back. Now I tell the Frost Mage, look, play Iceland's build, play without Glacial Spike, play without Frost, Ray of Frost, because you're not going to be able to cast it anyways. It's an unholy decay and fraud rate, so I did type it on him, but he responded very aggressively, so I thought, okay, no problem. But I see right now, like, I opened the details, and he's playing Spells Slinger. So you already see the individual. He's playing Frost Mage, he plays Spell Slinger, and Glacial Spike with Ray of Frost. So it's never going to be a great thing for him. It is what it is. At the end of the day, if you are playing Soul Shuffle, you can play very off meta. I respect that. But if you're playing Frost Mage, I think there is no reason for you to not play the things that are working. If you're playing like a melee lobby and you're playing Frostbolt build, at least play Frostfire build, but like Frostfire hero tons. He doesn't. It is what it is. But here you see like it's already Ice Block. I try to stop the Mastery spell as much as I can. But we do like the damage, that's for sure. Especially since the Resto Druid doesn't do the damage as a Disc Priest. We do like the damage from the Disc Priest to actually make it work. We do a lot of great CC. Like if he played around Icelands a bit more and played without Glacial Spike, he would have way more damage on its Icelands, and the possibilities for us to win was way higher. I do think this lobby should have netted me 6-0 because I did play it well. Like you see, I grabbed the priest into the Ring of Frost, man. Like that was so good. We got like a good CC going on, and excuse me. And I feel like the priest had like a lot of opportunities of getting CC'd. He got double stunned. He got grabbed. He got grabbed into the Ring of Frost. He got then a interrupt on the right spell. Obviously, I don't use Strangulate right now because why would I do that? There is no danger on the two other DPS, so there is no way for me to have pressure. Now I stunned the priest with also Strangulate because I wanted to interrupt the mind control, and the Frost Mage died without his Ice Block used. So I felt like, look, okay, it is what it is. I got a win. I literally stole a game from the lobby. It is what it is. Now I said, like, look, let's go mage. He's probably the easiest target for us. It's 1500 MMR, so what do you expect? He has also 159 CR, so he most likely won only 1 or 2 games from his first Soul Shuffle. And he's playing the wrong build. He's playing with a Spellslinger, so he has no damage, no potential, no burst. I thought like, okay, this one is going to be in the bag. It's going to be 5-1 ideally. I took the mage out because I think he was typing or he was raging. He was not prepared for it. It is what it is. The good thing is both the druid and the mage DR'd me on everything, so I thought like, okay, this is free for me. Directly a ice block on the go, which is cool. So I go for the rest of the druid a bit, put some pressure, do some damage. I do strangulate on the rest of the druid as well, and try to separate the rest of the druid from the frost mage. And here I think it's a win. Like we do too much damage. At least the frost mage, the frost druid does too much damage, and then we have too much like interrupts and too much of a disruption towards the frost mage that makes us win the game more likely and more easier than normally. Again, second ice block, the damage is very high from the 3 DPS, and the only DPS that is not doing any damage is the frost mage, and he's doing polymorph, so he kind of does his job. I just think like if he played the right build, he would have an easier time. So here I try to get out of the zone because I don't want to get stunned for nothing. Obviously you have Iceborne Fortitude, but I don't want to use it. I blind both the Resto Druid and the Frost Mage, and here I do my go. I try to stun everyone and anyone. I could have tried to stun the Resto Druid, but here I did strangulate the Resto Druid and we got a win. So ideally in that situation I would have probably played around trying to strangulate the Resto Druid to the point where he is not going to be capable of healing, but before that he should have been stunned. So that was my mistake. I think I should have played a bit more to the right, try to stun the rest of the druid and then strangulate, and that would be a safer win. But at the end of the day we got to win like the best way possible. IMO, I think 5-1 was also a very good one, and this is kind of the journey I try to have with Frost Decay. I try to improve, try to get a higher MMR. I think I have like only like a total 5 soul shuffles, I think, 5 or 6. So I try to improve. So like at one point I will be higher and higher MMR, but I do think like it's not meta, but there is potential to Frost Mage. and Frosty, excuse me. As you see, the Frost Mage at the end of the day, like at the end of the lobby, he did only 71 million damage, and I did 224 million. And I know it's not PvE. I know like damage is not king, like in everything, but like doing triple less damage than the top of the lobby is like never going to net you any win. Again, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.